Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you the difference between a beachy wave and a soft curl. There's definitely a distinct difference between the two, and it just depends on what you prefer. Both are equally as beautiful. So I have my curling iron plugged in. I'm going to go ahead and use my 1 1/4 inch curling iron today. Most of the time I typically actually use my 3/4 inch curling iron, which might sound a little small, and it is. But I like my curls to be able to last a lot longer. I only wash my hair like once, maybe twice a week. So having the longevity of some just tighter curls that can kind of loosen up over the days is totally my style. So first and foremost, you want to start with a good heat protectant. This is one of my faves. It smells delicious, but a little goes a long way. Just want to emulsify it in your hands and then just work it through the ends of your hair. Just adding that extra layer of protection from your curling iron, your hot curling iron. Okay, once you get that worked through the ends of your hair, you want to go ahead and get yourself a couple of clips. I'm going to go ahead and use these today, but I'm going to section my hair. Sectioning your hair is such a key, in my opinion. Sectioning is huge in a successful style because it keeps you organized. I have so many clients that are like, oh, I just don't have the time to do that. I promise you, it's going to save you time if you take the time to do it. So I typically section my hair in 3 sections. This is all going to be dependent on how thick your hair is. Mine isn't super thick, but it's a good way to be organized. So as you can see, I have my 2 sections on top, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to split my hair right down the middle. I'm going to go ahead and do beachy waves on my left side. The camera's flipped. So this is my left, this is my right. This is going to be beachy. This is going to be the soft curls. And yeah, we're just going to begin. And my biggest tip to you is bring everything forward and then work from the back forward. So I'm going to go ahead and separate this. I'm going to take a chunk in the back. You don't want it to be too big. Okay, so this is going to be the beachy wave. So we're going to go ahead and you want to start kind of right below the root and then work your way up towards your scalp. Let it sit for a couple seconds. Then you're going to release. So it kind of has that little twist. Okay, as I was saying, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to feed the hair into the iron up closer to the root. And then you're just going to twist and kind of release this just slightly. And then let it sit for a couple seconds, and then you're actually gonna unwind it from the barrel and see how there's like a twist right here, and then you're gonna work your way back up. And then you're gonna just repeat as you move down the strand in your hair. And then you can leave a little bit of the ends if you want, or you can curl, but do you see how it's like twisted? That's what's gonna give you that really beachy effect. So then moving over to the soft wave, this is going to be the same to start. You're going to go ahead and feed it in at the root, but then you are not going to release it and do the twist. You're just going to go ahead and keep feeding it into the barrel until you get to the ends. And then you're going to let it sit, and then you're going to let it release. So the biggest distinct difference between the two is just that added twist with the beachy wave. And this has the little twist in it. That's gonna make a huge difference in the end results. Okay, so I let down my second section here, and I'm gonna go ahead and split it in the back and bring everything forward so that I keep track of everything. You know, if you have it in the back, you might miss a chunk, which you don't wanna do, obviously. And then I actually am gonna split this in half as well. And then we're gonna continue on with our beachy waves. So again, feed it at the root. Twist. Feed it back up. Twist. Feed it back up. And then if you want that straight look too on the ends, you can just pull it straight down, and it's going to give you more of that straighter end that some of you guys might crave. and you can see that it's steaming. That is the heat protectant. It is the product that the curling iron is burning off. So that's actually a good thing that it's not burning your hair. Go ahead and move on to this side over here. Again, I'm gonna do the same thing I did on the other side, which is split this bigger section in half, flip it over the top. I'm trying to give you guys better lighting. I put some of those like sticky placemat things that you take to restaurants for your children up in the windows, so we have a little bit better lighting now, so bear with me here. Okay, again, sectioning, starting in the back, and move on to the soft wave. So you're gonna feed it, keep feeding it, and you wanna start at the root, not at your ends. Otherwise, the only part of your hair that's gonna be curly is your ends. So that is like a huge tip too, as well. Okay, and I'm gonna release. So what I mean by that is you don't want to take a section and start at the bottom and work your way up, because it's gonna be a lot curlier at your ends. So you definitely want to make sure that you start part way up, which I know this can be a little tricky for some people to do the feeding portion of it. You just wanna like lightly like tap. If your hair is too long, like you can't keep feeding it through, you're gonna run out of space, then just release it, but just don't roll back up, because that's where it's more of a beachy if you were to roll back up and really accentuate the twist part here. So you're just gonna make sure you leave it the soft where there's not the twist in there. And then we're gonna take the top section, split it down the middle, bring it all the way forward. See the twist? The twist is so key. Like that's literally what's going to make it the distinct difference between the two. It's just very twisted and curly, okay? In my top sections, I kind of like over direct the hair too, like upwards, so that it has a little bit more volume. I'm gonna go back through after I'm done doing this and actually use my volume just to add a little bit more volume to my hair. And okay, so see how I didn't twirl it back up? I'm just feeding it through, and then it just leaves it still soft and not twisted. Okay, now we're gonna move to the front section. So with this, I don't generally do a middle part, but I'm going to for the sake of just the fact that we're doing two different sides. But you're actually gonna take this and you're going to over direct it the opposite direction. And then with still, sorry, I'm gonna turn this around. You still wanna curl it in the same direction that you have been all along, but you just want to take it kind of across your face. A little too short for this big curling iron, but just bear with me and you can kind of see. So I'm gonna kind of over direct the hair. I'm gonna try really hard not to burn myself. Twist it up. Okay, we managed. Okay, we did it. And then you wanna make sure you let it completely cool before you run your fingers through it. That is seriously one of, I would say, top #1 reason why, like I have so many clients that say, curls don't last in my hair, curls. It's because most people take their fingers directly afterwards and they're like, oh, and they run their fingers through it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some texture spray while it's still warm, and I'm going to just spray throughout. And I've said this in some of my other videos before too, but you wanna make sure you're also spraying texture spray and hairspray internally within your hair. If you just spray on top, it's going to create more of a helmet than it is giving it actual texture throughout. So you wanna lift and also spray upward. If you come downward on it, it's just going to put like a cloud over the top of it, and that just doesn't do any good for anybody. So I'm gonna go in with some dry shampoo as well. Like I said, my hair is a couple days dirty, not too bad, but just enough that before I run my fingers through it, I'm gonna just use a little bit in here. It makes it smell good. I use the Amica Perk Up. Okay, so my hair is completely cooled, so I'm gonna go ahead and just run my fingers through it. And as you guys will be able to see here shortly. Okay, so guys, I just took my brush and I ran it through both sides, just to kind of give you guys a better idea of what the differences are. As you can see, this is definitely more of a romantic, like just soft curl. So if you don't like a super curly look, this is definitely the one you're gonna wanna go with. If you like more of that beachy look that has a little bit more texture style to it, it has more of that really defined curl throughout. That's because of the twisting that we did that really gives it that curl throughout the strand. This is what I tend to lean towards more with, but if I'm doing more of like a event style, I lean more towards this. So it's really just a personal preference. But if you guys have any questions, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate. Just write it in the comments, and I would love suggestions as to what you guys would like to see more of. And just don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can watch more of my content and videos moving forward. Hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you soon.